Strategist, smart, intuitive, hardworking, understanding, and caring are words so many people use to describe Kyle MacDonald. As the visionary leader and dynamic founder behind Phoenix Interactive Design, Kyle's world-renowned London-based software company changed the global landscape of self-service banking as she did the unthinkable and broke into the deeply entrenched oligopoly of the ATM industry. Kyle's passion and no-nonsense approach to making smart business decisions has earned international respect and appreciation from her colleagues, the banking tech sector, and her competitors. Her strong vision and relentless passion for pursuing her dreams earned Kyle numerous accolades throughout her career, including the distinction of being twice recognized by RBC as a Woman Entrepreneur of the Year, earning the Ontario Global Traders Award, a Deloitte Technology Fast 50 Award winner, and two-time winner of the London Business Achievement Award.
I would say Kyle's most valued quality would be her ability to build a strategic vision and then move the hearts and minds of those around her towards that vision.
I remember first meeting her and I was very impressed with the way we met. She introduced her executive team and you could tell that she'd built a culture there at Phoenix. A real team culture. Everybody participated, everybody asked questions, everybody was involved. She was the first female client I'd ever had that started their own business from scratch.
Kyle was born in Toronto and attended Malvern Collegiate, where she was involved in many extracurricular activities, which helped further her drive for success. While earning her degree at Ivey School of Business at Western University, Kyle gained an insider's perspective and tremendous respect for retail banking while working as a teller for Canada Trust. After graduating in 1982, Kyle went to work for interactive media company CableShare, developing marketing programs that appeared on kiosks at sites such as shopping malls, automotive trade shows, and yes, financial institutions. In 1987, Kyle set her sights on becoming a market disruptor to the ATM industry's oligopoly as she began preparing for world domination in the fast-moving software business in the banking industry. Starting out with only 2 employees and building to over 240 employees with offices around the world. With its sophisticated and user-friendly ATM software platform, Phoenix revolutionized the self-service ATM channel when it introduced the world's first intelligent, multi-vendor, centrally managed ATM software application. It didn't take long for the competition to take notice of Kyle's success.
Global domination, I mean, she wouldn't be joking when she said that that would actually be the vision, and if she was still at the helm, they would still be on the path, for sure.
Canada, of course, was the main base for the starting point, but then that moved into the US into some smaller banks. But her big one was in Australia, St. George banks and a few of the other banks, and introducing her software there. And even though it's international, it was still, they spoke English, so the cultures were fairly similar. And Australians have a very similar culture to Canadians. Easygoing and very polite, and so, but again, it had its challenges. You know, a 24-hour flight to get there. So it's no easy feat to get over there. And building a team, and from that distance. So she learned a lot from that.
In Phoenix's lab, there were 2 banners. One said global domination is a full-time job, and right beside it, it takes years to acquire a customer, but only seconds to lose one. This was a reminder to all of us how important it was to take care of our customers and how important it was to deliver on all of our promises.
Kyle's leadership style was evident from the international boardroom to the boardroom of Phoenix. Her leadership style was an example for all employees to follow.
But Kyle was always a very strong supporter. She would meet with staff, ask for their views, understand what their issues were. She would meet with staff and try to find out what was going on in the field. So when her staff were out at the banks, what were the banks saying about Phoenix? What were the banks saying about themselves internally? What were the banks saying about the competitors? She'd gather all that information. Kyle would also meet with bankers to find out what their opinions were. And that's not easy to do. If you try to get a meeting with the president of a bank, I don't know if you'd be successful.
You can only imagine 34 years ago being a female entrepreneur in the tech industry, your clients the Canadian financial institutions, and your main competitor the likes of IBM. That's determination.
Kyle realizes her fortunate success and the importance of giving back. She exemplifies this generosity through many charities and individual support.
Kyle's business successes seem to fuel her philanthropic goals and help those around her. In fact, she has supported and built several scholarships at Ivy, Brusha, and even at Malvern, her old high school in Toronto. She's become highly involved in the David Foster Foundation and is now one of their cherished friends and supporters. And she's also been a strong advocate of Canadian military veterans, working with the St. Joseph's Healthcare Foundation. Kyle's been able to improve the lives of veterans working at Parkwood.
After many trips around the world, working 60, 80, 100-hour work weeks, and after 28 unforgettable years, Kyle knew her vision was complete. In 2015, Kyle decided to sell Phoenix to a 20-plus year competitor, Diebold, a multi-billion-dollar organization.
If you're getting beaten and you're this kind of a large public company, why don't you just buy Phoenix and compete that way? Which I think is ultimately what the game plan was for Diebold that bought Phoenix. I mean, once again, I think Kyle negotiated a fabulous deal for herself. In typical Kyle style, she was not shy about the value of her company, and she put it out there, and she got what she was after. I see in every deal, there's always a little bit of seller's remorse because, I mean, you grew this thing. I mean, this thing grew from nothing, right? This grew from a single room and a few people into a large organization that competed on the world stage. So it's not always easy to let that go.
Kyle jumped right back into business the same year and created Harbour Grace Holdings and made an investment in and assumed the CEO position of Area Brands Incorporated, a leading London-based manufacturer of indoor ventilation and air purification systems under the well-known brand LifeBreath.
Family-rooted, a very successful entrepreneur, community-focused, Kyle MacDonald is very deserving to be the newest member of the London and District Business Hall of Fame.
As an entrepreneur, leader, and truly authentic and humble individual, it is with great pleasure that we honor Kyle MacDonald with her induction into the Junior Achievement London and District Business Hall of Fame.